I did never like this communist system, and we never comply with the rules. And I have been offered so many times higher positions if I actually joined the Communist Party, and my husband as well. So we always were going in our own way and doing the right things and choosing our own life, but not dictated by someone else. And I rather do what I wanted to do than just have maybe financial benefits than you know, sacrifice and compromise my values. And I always, as a child, as a teenager, more as a teenager, I dreamed that one day I will just go away, that I leave Poland, and I even tried to learn with my girlfriend, learn other languages, Italian. Didn't go any further, but we had a dream. And then when I got married, and we often talk with my husband that one day maybe we would like to go elsewhere, but when situation in Poland became really very difficult with everything almost, you know, you couldn't really buy food, or especially food. You could line up for hours in a queue to buy meat and some other products to cook a meal to feed your children, and sometimes you came to the counter, there was no food on the shelf left. So you spent hours in the queue and then end up empty-handed, and you know, and then went back home, and you have to create something to feed your family. So, and we had a dream, and when one day my husband, ex-husband now, came home and then asked me, what do you think, how would you think if we migrate to Australia? So even though we started having actually quite decent life, I mean comfortable life, we could afford to travel for holiday to Eastern Europe, because that's what we were actually allowed to do with the whole family. Because to go to the Western countries, usually our authorities would not allow to go as a whole family. So we used to go to Romania, Hungary, some other countries in the east area to have a little bit of rest during the school holiday. I have a new apartment now, and we have done it really nicely. We have a caravan that we can travel. We had comfortable life. I had a good job, and at the chemical complex as a clinical nurse in the clinic, and my ex-husband was a vice director at school. I just didn't really hesitate, didn't think twice. I just said to him, yes, let's go, and when? That's how our journey has begun. And then we were afraid to tell our family that we are going away, because we were afraid, because they may tell someone and then they might not allow us to go. So we kept it to ourselves, and were preparing and, you know, arranging our documents and everything. Only my sister knew, because she was the one that we actually left our apartment to her, and so we were arranging everything for her to settle, and so she was only the one that knew. And my poor mom thought I'm going for a holiday, my brother as well, so yeah. And then we bought another suitable car, because there was a few of us going. There was my family and also my husband's friend family. So three families we were going in this Volkswagen van for our holiday to Germany. My husband's friend had friends in Germany, and they told us that they can take care of us when we, you know, to help us to organize ourselves, to put application forms to our wherever desired country we wanted to go. When we around in Germany, these people did take good care of us, and and organize a Caritas, a Catholic organization called Caritas, through which we were able to apply to Australia. I don't know, it's just my intuition, our intuition told us that Perth is just the area we want to migrate. We didn't want to go to Sydney. The people, my husband's friends that we left Poland with, they actually went to Sydney, and we wanted to go to Perth. We didn't really know much about Perth, and the knowledge, there was not much information in Poland about Australia. We have these funny thoughts about, I thought that it's just like a desert, there's no trees. Because I didn't know English, I felt really, suddenly I have doubts. I said, oh my God, what we did, what have we done? And then I didn't know English. So when we came to Australia, we went to Greyland Hostel, and I must say, people really, Australian government really looked after us very, very well, and we had a comfortable apartment to live and good food, and they organized English classes for us as well. So initially, when my ex-husband started learning English, I actually locked myself in a bedroom, watching TV, just pictures, obviously, because I didn't understand anything. But then I said, no, I'm not going to learn this language. It's so difficult. It just sounds really strange compared, to other languages. And I thought I would never be able to learn this language. But then after, I think a month or so, there was this course organized by Greyland Hostel for migrants, and I attended this course, and then I accelerated. My husband's skills, English skills, were there, and mine were just from there. I'm not saying that my English is perfect. I still have accent, because I was too old actually to lose my accent. When I came to Australia, I was 35 in 1982. So it was a little bit difficult. But then it doesn't worry me that I have an accent. As long as I can communicate and people understand me, it's fine. I was concerned at the beginning, but then I was always, I might say I'm a strong person, and I never give up on my goals. We knew actually with my husband that we are going to have a difficult life. But we left Poland because we wanted to give our children better life. We knew that if we left everything behind, we knew that it will cost us quite a bit of sacrifice, and we have to learn language if we want to be accepted in Australia and then feel comfortable. And so I really knew that I have to do something to change my life. I can't just sit at home and do nothing and cry because, oh, poor me. I like to focus on something better. Even my family, my sons, I brought them to this world. I'm proud now. My ex-husband, we always keep together, even though we departed, but he always says that I brought our sons so well, and they had a very good education. They're doing extremely well in Australia, and they financially and from the emotional side as well, or spiritual. They're warm, loving. What else?